Previously on 3x3x3.
I'm doing pretty well right now, and sure, it's all gonna crash. Everything in my brain is gonna fall apart.
Well, the good mood broke. From all sides, simultaneously.
Oh, shut up! Hello, and welcome back to 3x3x3, where I document my life over the course of a month. This month comes to you in 4 distinct segments, separated by title screens.
Hi guys, welcome to my daily vlog. I'm Teo Evans. In the title, you put a couple tildes and write shaky cam.
I'm gonna record you. What? I'm gonna record you and Daniel.
Teo, how do you feel about ice skating?
I'm in favor.
Are you a fan of us being here right now?
Sure. Why not?
Because it's dangerous, Teo.
The answer is what?
People fall.
I like danger. It's like a nice reminder of the inevitability of death. TeosLoveLife.tumblr.com is a great blog.
What is featured on TeosLoveLife.tumblr.com?
Every day, it says, is Teo in a relationship? And then there's a picture, which is my face and the word nope.
Teo,
it's really good.
When will the picture change from nope to yar?
To yar?
How many S's on your yas?
How many S's on my yas? I mean, typically 3.
It could be yar or yer.
Yer?
Yer.
That's not even like
Y-E-R.
That's like
yer.
you are.
No, yer. Y-E-R.
That's just like you are spelled wrong.
Exactly.
That's really that's not good content.
Alright, Teo, give us a goodbye statement.
When I was 5, I killed 3 cats.
Subscribe and rate and like.
Thanks.
Welcome back to the local park. Today we're going to be walking around the John Hart Loop. Now, John Hart is notable as one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence, but he's also notable as the person who put an enchantment on part of this very loop that we're walking on right now. Known as Honest John, he cast a spell that required all people walking through this part of the loop to speak honestly. Sometimes I feel like I'm just going through the motions. Like, when I started this local park segment, I had fun doing it. I felt like the things I was saying were funny and creative and would be enjoyable to watch. But right now, as I make this local park segment, I don't feel much of anything. And I'm still making it. I'm going through the motions. And I guess maybe that's sometimes what we have to do. We have to fake it until we don't feel like we're faking it anymore. And John Hart understood that when he cast this spell on the local park. What he was trying to do was get a dragon in the area to confess. Welcome back to the current events segment, in which I dream of one day becoming a primary source in history classes. At the end of Obama's presidency, I read a great piece in the New York Times magazine about the White House mailroom, and it included some of the letters President Obama received and discussed how important those letters were to him, and it reminded me of the humanity of both the people sending those letters and the politicians receiving them, and it made me think that I should send a letter to the new president. Dear President Trump, I'm a 17-year-old queer kid from New Jersey. I'm liberal and politically correct, and I'll admit, I felt hopeless at the results of the election. I felt hopeless at what I perceived to be an invigorated culture of sexism and racism. I felt hopeless at your hostility towards immigrants, your denial of climate change, and your running mate's anti-choice and pro-conversion therapy record. And I felt hopeless because I couldn't understand how these views were seemingly shared by half of the American population. But here's the thing. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to be accurately informed about your policies and positions. I'm trying to comprehend the context of your success, and when I have the opportunity, I'm listening to the perspectives of your supporters. I don't agree with you, and I don't want to, but I do want to understand. My hope is that you'll do the same. I'm not asking you to agree with my views, but I want you to try to understand them. I want you to try to understand me, because you're not just representing your supporters, you're representing all Americans. So that's what I'm asking from you. Listen, try to understand. I'll do the same.
Love Trump's hate! 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 Love Trump's hate!
I think it's important to note that there are better ways to have an impact than writing to your president, specifically writing to state and local representatives. So when I mailed my letter to Trump, I also sent a letter to my Senator Cory Booker, and I made a couple phone calls, which, speaking as someone with intense phone anxiety, if I can do it, you can do it too. In my last 3x3x3, I said that I was feeling pretty good, better than usual. And I was. It was true. This month, for the most part, I've still been feeling pretty good. Some of the clips I filmed would not seem to suggest it.
I'm having this sinking feeling like I'm never going to be okay again, and it isn't true. And I know that it isn't true because I've had the feeling before, and then I was okay again.
Since filming that, I was okay again. And then I was not okay again.
I feel like I'm just sort of falling apart, right as everyone in my life gets good news.
And then, guess what? I was okay again. Here's the thing, last month I could have edited my footage to make it not seem like a happy month, to make it not seem like a happy video.
Why do I do any of the things I do?
It's all gonna crash. Everything in my brain is gonna fall apart. Death is inevitable.
And I'm in a place right now where I don't even care.
That was repulsive. I was feeling pretty good last month. I've been feeling pretty good this month, but I don't want to suggest that it's linear. And I don't want to suggest that it doesn't require work. It requires work. You have to work at it. A lot of it is just about perspective. It's about reframing how I see my life. It's about editing my 3x3x3 so that it has a positive conclusion instead of a negative one. Because I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.